It began with whispers among the locals, a shadowy figure with glowing red eyes that haunted the outskirts of Point Pleasant, West Virginia. The year was 1966, and the town was gripped by fear as reports of sightings grew more frequent. They called it the Mothman, a creature that defied explanation, its presence a harbinger of impending doom. Among the witnesses was Sarah, a young librarian who had always scoffed at tales of the supernatural. But one fateful evening, as she walked home through the fog-shrouded streets, she glimpsed a figure perched atop an abandoned warehouse, a figure with wings stretched wide, its eyes burning like embers in the darkness. Sarah froze in terror, her breath catching in her throat. The Mothman's gaze locked onto hers, its presence looming over her like a spectre from another realm. She stumbled backwards, her pulse pounding in her ears, but the creature made no move to pursue her. It simply watched, its form blending into the night as if it were made of shadows. From that moment on, Sarah's life unraveled like a thread pulled loose from a tapestry. Sleep eluded her, haunted by visions of the Mothman's piercing eyes and the sensation of wings brushing against her skin. She became obsessed with uncovering the truth behind the creature's existence, spending hours poring over old newspaper clippings and eyewitness accounts in the library's archives. As Sarah delved deeper into the Mothman's legend, she uncovered a pattern of sightings preceding tragic events. Witnesses spoke of seeing the creature before bridge collapses, fatal accidents, and natural disasters. Some believed it to be a warning, a guardian spirit trying to prevent catastrophe, while others feared it as an omen of death and destruction. One stormy night, Sarah received a visit from an elderly man named Henry, a retired miner who had seen the Mothman decades ago during the Silver Bridge collapse. His weathered face bore the weight of years spent carrying a secret he believed Sarah needed to hear. Henry spoke of a pact made by the town's founders with ancient spirits of the land, a pact that had been broken, unleashing a malevolent force upon Point Pleasant. He warned Sarah of the Mothman's true nature, not a creature of evil, but a guardian bound by duty to uphold the balance between worlds. But as Henry spoke, a shadowy figure appeared outside Sarah's window, a figure with glowing red eyes and wings that spanned the night sky. The air grew thick with an otherworldly chill, and Sarah felt the Mothman's presence fill the room like a storm gathering strength. With a sense of resignation, Henry whispered a final warning before vanishing into the darkness. Sarah was left alone with the Mothman, its eyes fixed upon her with a sorrowful intensity. She felt a surge of empathy wash over her, a deep understanding of the creature's lonely vigil and the burden it carried. And so, Sarah made her choice. She reached out towards the Mothman, her hand trembling but unafraid. In that moment of connection, she glimpsed the truth. The Mothman was not a monster, but a guardian spirit, bound to the town by ancient bonds of blood and bone. As dawn broke over Point Pleasant, Sarah stood at the edge of the river, watching the Mothman disappear into the mist. She knew its presence would linger in the town's folklore, a reminder of the delicate balance between light and shadow, life and death. And as she turned away, Sarah felt a sense of peace settle over her, a peace born from understanding and acceptance of the Mothman's haunting lament.